How's it going, everyone? This is Soul Singed here, and welcome to welcome to the first of two videos about Lil Pump that I'm going to be making. I figured this one would be easier, so I'm starting off with this one, and it's basically another one of my Can This Rapper Make a Comeback series, where I'm going to be talking about Lil Pump. I think I might have made a video about this a while back, before I started this whole Can This Rapper Make a Comeback series. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about Mr. Esquedit, Lil Pump.
Wanna pay no mind to these bitches cause you is a waste of time. I've been pouring so much drink, I just hope that I don't stay up in your way.
So like usual, we're going to be going over their career, how they blew up, what led to their fall off, and if I think they can or cannot make a comeback. Now, Lil Pump originally blew up via social media. He started getting popularity because of his antics. Now, Smoke Perp, which is one of his longtime collaborators or good friends, him and Smoke Perp hung out a lot, and Smoke Perp was a rapper. And Lil Pump was doing all these crazy antics in Smoke Perp's Instagram videos, and people started paying attention to them, and people started gravitating. Like, yo, who is this crazy dude hanging out with Smoke Perp? So then he ventured out into his own music career and quickly saw success. One of his first big songs was D-Rose, followed by Gucci Gang, which was a really, really huge song. And yeah, he continued having success up until he dropped his debut album, Harvard Dropout, which came out in 2019. And even then, that album did well. And then he completely fell off the face of the earth after that. Now see, in 2017 and 2018, Lil Pump was dropping music pretty consistently, at least a major single a month. And he was signed to Warner and was getting fairly good promo, so every song he dropped, he was consistently charting on Billboard and everything, and he was just doing very well. After Harvard Dropout, I believe he got dropped from his label. I know he's independent now, but I'm not sure if his label dropped him or what exactly happened there, but he is fully independent now, and he hasn't been putting out much music. I could probably count on my 10 hands how many songs Lil Pump has put out since Harvard Dropout. And he also releases music in a very, very strange way now. Some tracks he'll upload only on SoundCloud and not promote it at all whatsoever, so you'll never find out about it unless you go and check out his SoundCloud. And then he has some songs that'll upload on SoundCloud, then upload them on other streaming services a month or so later. And for his latest track, End Away, he so far has only uploaded the music video for it, which is currently sitting at about 1 million. And he hasn't really been pushing that song that hard at all. So the way he's been releasing music has been very, very strange. Now, what led to his fall off was he just stopped making music. He just stopped releasing music. And Lil Pump is the type of rapper that people aren't going to wait around for. Lil Pump isn't interesting enough to leave for a long period of time and expect people to be waiting, anticipating on him. They're just going to move on because he does have a fairly generic sound. Now, personally, there are a lot of Lil Pump songs that I enjoy. I used to think he was a fairly good rapper. He was good at making the ignorant, hype, trap type music. He really dominated the SoundCloud wave. But as he blew up and got more popular, his music got more mainstream and watered down sounding. It was still the same sort of music, it just didn't have as much energy as his older SoundCloud era stuff. So going into 2018, his music just got a little bit more watered down. And a lot of his mainstream songs I still enjoyed, but the problem is most of them don't really have longevity. For the song Drug Addicts, I enjoyed that song when it came out, and it's probably been over a year since I've listened to it. I don't really go out of my way to check out many of those types of Lil Pump songs. He still has a lot of older songs that I still bump to this day. Designer, I Shine, Welcome to the Party, those songs slap. the Lil Pump that I like, that I enjoy, is a Lil Pump that just gets on a beat and just spazzes. When he's bringing full energy, that's what I like from Lil Pump. And a lot of his feature verses are really well too. I feel like he does really well on features. And another thing that led to his fall off is his music just kept getting worse and worse. He started losing some popularity with Harvard Dropout, as a lot of the songs were starting to get repetitive, uninteresting, boring, and even annoying on some tracks. Some tracks on that album just have an annoying sound to them. He's kind of playing into his character to the fullest, and it just doesn't really, it just sounds off. He's not really playing into his ignorant but hype character that he once was. He's just going full, ooh, look at me, I'm stupid, but I'm rich. And that's basically what the entirety of Harvard Dropout is. There's still 4 or 5 tracks that I would consider good, but there's very few that I ever revisit. And most of the songs that he's put out since then have not been good at all. It's hard, like I said, the way he's been releasing music, it's hard to keep up with everything he's been dropping. But for his major releases, he had Post To Do, which sounds like it was meant to be a huge chart-topping song because it has French Montana. Yeah, French Montana and Offset, I believe. I can't remember. It's one of the Migos. I should have looked into this before I started this video. Fuck. Anyway, it has 2 big name features. The chorus is actually recycled from a very old Migos song, and it's not even re-recorded. They just took that chorus and slapped it in this Lil Pump song, and it's not mixed very well and just sounds very strange. And Lil Pump is also rapping with a load of auto-tune that just doesn't sound that good, and it just sounds poorly mixed. And the whole song just sounds messy and uninteresting at best. Then there was Illuminati, which is a song he made with Annual AA, who is a Latino rapper / singer. And the majority of the song is just Annual AA rapping, and it's very awkward sounding, and he's just not that good of a rapper. Beat is not that good, and Lil Pump's verse is okay-ish, but overall it's not that great. And then he would take another huge hiatus, just doing a feature here and there. Honestly, the features that he's been putting out lately have been pretty good. He did a song with Ronnie J called Stack It Up, I thought was fairly nice. The song he did with KSI was nice, though. Anytime Smoke, Perp, and Lil Pump hop on a song together, it's always fire. Like, solo, Perp, and Pump haven't been that great, but when they get together on a track, it's almost always a banger. I don't know what it is, but it's almost always a banger. And so there was that song, the song you did with that Russian rapper that I had in my last Good Rap Songs by Bad Rappers video, where Lil Pump does a feature verse. He did very well. And then his last big major single he put out, which is called Racks to the Ceiling, featuring Tory Lanez, which I will show you a quick little snippet of right here.
Watch I blow through a million, dive in the pussy and skid it. Ooh, all of my whips came tinted, none of my cars ain't rented. Ooh, bombing and Celine, off of Molly and a bean.
Yeah, all I have to say about that song is it's a Lil Pump song. It's definitely a Lil Pump song. It's just the same bland, generic Lil Pump that we've been getting. There's just nothing about it is interesting. Nothing about it stands out. It's a drag to listen to. It's the Lil Pump that most people don't find that interesting, and he's just taken that and just hammered it into the ground. That's why the song, even if Lil Pump was still relevant, I feel like it would have flopped just for how unoriginal, how uninteresting, how bland and boring it sounds. It just sounds like every other Lil Pump song that he's been putting out. It could have easily been tacked on to Harvard Dropout. But yeah, it's just not good. And then his newest song, End Away, which I played at the beginning of this video for like the title sequence. As of right now, the only thing that's been released for it is the music video. It's not on SoundCloud. It's not on any streaming services. It's just a music video. So why he thought it'd be a good idea to release the music video when the song's not even out yet, I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. Like, this man cannot promote himself to save his life. But not about that. Let's just talk about the song itself. It shows Lil Pump going in a completely different direction with some low-key auto-tune singing, which we've seen Lil Pump sing on a few tracks. There was I Love It, Arms Around You with X, which is a good song, by the way. It's one of Lil Pump's best feature verses ever, which is on that X song. And the singing here is different from what Lil Pump is usually done, and it has a little bit more substance, a little more serious tone. For example, he has one lyric on the song where he mentions pouring up so much drink, hope I don't die. So there's a little bit of substance, and it takes a bit of a more serious direction, whereas most Lil Pump songs are not serious at all in the slightest. And the singing on this is decent. It's not the best singing, but it's not unbearable. I don't know how to feel about this song because it's hard to take seriously coming from Lil Pump. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to take seriously because it's not the Lil Pump we know. It's not the type of music Lil Pump usually puts out. And he still has some typical Lil Pump lines thrown in there, and the music video is typical Lil Pump behavior in the music video. But the song itself, it's not good, but it's not terrible. And I don't know if this is something that he's actually being serious about, or if he put it out here being a different song to kind of generate some media talk about him, you know, like social media post, hey, look, Lil Pump changed his style. Kind of like when he previewed that punk rock song a while back, which he just made that just to get publicity out of. I don't know if that's what the song is or if he's genuinely trying to go in this direction, which I feel like it could work if he would take time and work on his vocals more. Because like I said, the singing isn't terrible, but it's not good. So now to answer the question, can Lil Pump make a comeback? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say no, just because I don't see him being able to. There is a chance that he can make a comeback if he starts making the ignorant hype music again. Though I honestly feel like that era has kind of passed. I feel like even if he does start putting out that kind of music again, it won't really do much because that whole era, the whole SoundCloud era has kind of passed. We haven't really, this style of music kind of died off in mid to late 2018, and rap has gone in a completely different direction. So I don't know if him going back to his roots could really revive his career. And I don't know if him going in this new direction could really revive his career because Lil Pump is just not taken seriously at all in the slightest. It would take a miracle for Lil Pump to make a comeback. He would have to play his cards extremely right. And I don't know if Lil Pump is intelligent enough to make a comeback in terms of marketing himself and everything. He would definitely have to get back on the label and get someone else to kind of manage his promotion and get someone to help him with promo if he wants to make a comeback, because clearly he cannot do this himself. So yeah, that pretty much wrapped up this video. I am planning on making another video about Lil Pump. It's going to be one of my top 10 best songs by worst rappers videos, where I'm going to be counting my top 10 best Lil Pump songs. And yeah, my brain is kind of dead right now. I am tired. So if I seem kind of lethargic or kind of like a robot in this video, it's because I'm tired. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. Peace.